All right, now the central government is doing a press conference on ethanol blending. Let's cut across.
मेरा सवाल राहुल सर से है। जैसा अभी आपने खुद बताया कि 2023 से पहले E10 पर गाड़ियां चलती थी, तो 2023 से पहले वाली जो गाड़ियां हैं उनमें अगर E20 तेल पड़ता है तो उसके क्या कोई नुकसान हैं या कुछ इस तरीके का आप लोगों ने रिसर्च किया है कि उस पर क्या कुछ इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है?
71. Okay, please go ahead.
My question is for everyone. My name is Arun Dhanta from CNN News 18. We are seeing so many videos on social media. People are putting out their facing crisis. Are these videos reaching to you? And I want to ask everybody, how many such issues have reached to your level where people are facing problems? Or would you call it some sort of a campaign against this E20 fuel which is running?
हेलो, मेरा नाम कमलेश है। मैंने सोशल मीडिया पर कई ऐसी खबरें देखी जिसमें कि ये देखा गया कि कई वाहन चालक जो इथेनॉल मिक्स चला रहे हैं, उनके पेट्रोल पंप पर पेट्रोल जो इंजन होता है उसके सामने चीटियां लगी हुई थी। क्या इथेनॉल मिक्स, क्या इस तरह का प्रभाव पड़ता है क्या इस पर?
We can, yes, 79.
मेरा नाम सुमंत है, मैं जी न्यूज़ से हूँ। मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, चाहे जितनी भी कंपनी की गाड़ियां हैं, मारुति है, हुंडई है या टोयोटा, जो गाड़ियां अभी सड़कों पे दौड़ रही है, क्या इनके इंजन और या पार्ट्स E20 इनेबल्ड हैं? और अगर ये हैं तो इतनी जो शिकायतें अलग अलग गाड़ियों में आ रही हैं, इसको लेकर क्या कुछ आंकड़े हैं या कंपनियों के पास कुछ शिकायतें पहुंची हैं?
Okay, 47, 280, 51, 272.
मेरा सवाल XP 95 या जो हायर ऑक्टेन पेट्रोल होता है उसको लेकर है। जो देश में टर्बो इंजन्स वाली गाड़ियां चल रही हैं उनको जनरली ऐसा माना गया है कि उनको हायर ऑक्टेन वाले पेट्रोल की ज़रूरत होती है, RON ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है। लेकिन जो E20 है उसको लेकर तमाम, जैसे फॉक्सवैगन हो गया, स्कोडा हो गया, या जो भी जर्मन गाड़ियां हैं उनमें शिकायत ये आ रही है, वर्कशॉप ये कह रहा है कि जो हमारी E20 की क्वालिटी है पेट्रोल की वो ख़राब है, इस वजह से इंजन में मॉइस्चर आ रहा है और वो ख़राब हो रहा है। तो पहला सवाल मेरा ये है। दूसरा सवाल मेरा ये है कि भूटान ने ये मना किया है कि हम भारत से E20 जो ब्लेंड पेट्रोल है वो हम नहीं लेंगे, और ये वहाँ से बात आई है। तो उन्होंने कहा है कि हमारे पास जो स्टोरेज करने की जो कैपेसिटी है, जो भी है, तो हमारी जो स्टोरेज है वो कंपेटेबल नहीं है E20 के लिए, क्योंकि थोड़ा भी मॉइस्चर जाएगा तो E20 फ्यूल उससे खराब होता है। तो क्या भारत के सभी पेट्रोल पंप जो स्टोरेज कर रहे हैं वो E20 को स्टोरेज करने के लिए कंपेटेबल हैं?
मेरा सवाल यह है कि आगे की जो योजना है वो क्या है? क्या पेट्रोल के बाद अब डीजल में भी आइसो ब्यूटानॉल ब्लेंडिंग की तैयारी है कि डीजल में भी ब्लेंड करने वाले हैं?
मधुरेंद्र, मैं न्यूज़ स्टेशन से। जिस तरह से पेट्रोल पंप पे हमारे पास विकल्प दिखाई देते हैं कि ये एथनॉल बेस्ड पेट्रोल है, ये टर्बो है, ये पावर है, क्या 100% पेट्रोल जो पहले मिलता था उसका विकल्प नहीं दिया जा सकता? क्या इंडस्ट्री इस पर नहीं सोच रही? मेरा दूसरा सवाल है।
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I could repeat the question. I am saying that there are lots of possible fuel available on the petrol pump, जैसे टर्बो है, पावर है, and what we are talking about the ethanol based. तो जैसे पहले 100% पेट्रोल मिलता था, क्या उसका विकल्प नहीं दिया जा सकता ताकि जो कंज्यूमर है वो अपने हिसाब से, अपने और गाड़ी के हिसाब से इस चीज़ को प्रेफर कर पाए कि हम जो बेहतर पेट्रोल है वो यूज़ कर पाएँ? और मेरा दूसरा सवाल है कि हम जिस विषय पे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, क्या इंडस्ट्री ने कोई रिसर्च किया है, कोई डाटा अवेलेबल है और उस डाटा का सैंपल साइज अवेलेबल है, ताकि आम लोग ये आसानी से समझ सकें कि उनकी गाड़ियों का जो सैंपल साइज है, रिसर्च है, डाटा है, वो क्या कहता है?
One last question, 209.
I wanted to understand whether industry experts as well as the ministry is planning a larger outreach as far as people are concerned, because every other day there are larger concerns regarding the entire blending process of ethanol itself. So how accessible can the industry make this chemical process to end users as well, for them to also automatically verify any such claims that then appear in media or through social media reports?
Thank you. We will begin with the answers. We'll begin with Rahulji. We'll begin with you first.
Thanks for a lot of very honest, upfront, frank questions, and we'll address them with equal openness. First of all, there were three questions on usage of E20 fuel on E10 cars. Let me tell you, at least Maruti Suzuki has, we've had at least 10 years, 15 years, more than 15 years, where we've had E10 in the market. And if you use E20 fuel on these E10 cars, we have tested it internally. There is a separate test by ARAI. Maybe Gulati-san is more aware of that ARAI test, but internally within Maruti test, we have not found anything of concern. There is a second question on customer complaints and social media messages. E20 was mandated in 2023. Well, 2 years after that, in the financial year 25-26, and Maruti Suzuki has an extensive service network. We serviced 2.48 crore cars. 2.84 crore cars. Out of that, 1.5 crore cars, more than 1.5 crore cars were more than 3 years old, which means they were not certified E20. And we have not found anything of concern related to E20 fuel usage on that. So, sorry? No, I'm coming to damage. Mileage, I'll address separately. I'm talking about corrosion, wear and tear, damage, concern on the life of the parts, etc. So, to answer your question, this is what gives us confidence. 1.5 crore cars over the past 15 years from our entire service network, and we have not found anything of concern. So apart from the testing that we do in our labs and in our R&D, the field experience has also been fine. That this is what gives us the confidence to tell our customers that there is no problem. One. There was a question on mileage. Yes. We are all aware that the energy content or the calorific value of E20 versus E10 is slightly lesser. So it's less by about 3 to 3.5%. To that extent, the mileage is less. It is accepted. However, the advantage with ethanol fuel is that you can have a higher RON. Fortunately, the government has also notified a higher RON of octane number of 95, which allows us to design engines with higher compression ratio, with higher low end torque, etc. So both the drivability parameters and the fuel efficiency or mileage parameters can go up. But that can 3 to 3.5% between that, because of the calorific value of the energy content in the car, in the fuel. So, however, let me tell you that let's say a car average mileage is about 20 kilometers per liter. 3% is roughly 0.6. As a separate mention, may I tell you that many other parameters like tire pressure, like driving pattern, like ride gear, like maintenance of the car, high acceleration, high braking, these have much more variation. These bring much more variation to the car mileage than this minuscule factor. Having said that, in the future, since the government has notified a higher octane number, it gives the opportunity to car manufacturers to design engines with higher compression ratio and partially recover the loss in mileage. But that's in the future. We are talking about today an impact of about 3 to 3.5% from E10 to E20. There was one question which said that today you are E20 compliant, and if you have a higher factor of safety, then please inform us. The positive part is that yes, Today, when we are giving a car of E20 into the market, starting 2023 for material compliance and 25 for engine compliance, we internally we have a much higher factor of safety. We are we are absolutely comfortable if the blending goes up by some points. As of now, we have not taken a call which is that point, because there are several variations, several factors of safety. There's a design factor of safety, production factor of safety, usage factors of safety. So we have to select that and we can give a statement. But when we give an E20 car, it is compatible for much more. That confidence we have. Wait. That is what we are not able to. Sorry, you want to? Okay. That is what we have not taken a call. How much can we clearly claim and stand by that claim? But internally, we have a much more factor of safety on that. Then again, petrol tank, and that's part of the same system. So it has been designed to take care of that. That, I believe, is over to you.
We will do that.
Achha. Okay. I'll repeat it in Hindi. I just want to.
Gulati ji kar do.
I'll come to you.
One by one, please. One by one. Yeah.
We have not sold. We have we've had several possible solutions available with us. As of now, we don't feel the need, and there is no such kit that we are offering in the market, only for R&D purpose.
So first, I will address a question that was directly posed to me with regard to a particular video on the social media relating to a high-cross vehicle. We have investigated the matter. The issue pertained to fuel that was not standard and was, had issues with it. It was it was not the standard E20 fuel. It had some impurities and water content, etc. in it. So, as is the standard protocol, we have serviced the vehicle. We have flushed the fuel tank and the fuel line, removed the non-standard E20 fuel which was there earlier, which was basically seemed to be adulterated. This fuel was removed. The tank and the fuel lines were cleaned. The vehicle was refilled with standard E20 fuel. There was no damage to any of the parts. The vehicle was tested and ran normally, and it has been given back to the individual. That vehicle actually is a E20 compliant vehicle. So that issue has got nothing to do with E20 at all. So that's first one. Second, I think there was a question relating to ARAI. It's auto companies, funded by auto companies, and government is also there on the governing board. Just like to mention that, testing is not just, the protocols are not just set in India. These protocols are rigorous. We are party to UNECE, which is an international body. There is a set standard approved, testing procedure which has to be followed meticulously. There is also a mechanism by which accreditation is given to each of the testing agencies. These testing agencies are not only testing vehicles for India, they're also testing vehicles which are exported. They also take part in witness testing for vehicles globally. So they are globally compliant, top of the line, very advanced testing agencies which follow standard strong protocols which cannot be compromised. So irrespective of the structure of ARAI, so just like to assure you that that is not really an issue to be concerned about. There was some talk about, now that we've done E20 what will follow? Are we talking about going to E25? Partly it was addressed by Rahulji. The fact of the matter is that, government in the past, when it decided to go into E20, it had done very rigorous testing involving ARAI and other stakeholders, also the automotive sector, which provided the older vehicles, and this was tested. It was only after the rigorous testing was done and it was found that there is no issue, was the decision taken in 21 by the committee to go in for a E20 shift, ensuring that the ecosystem was also ready. And I think there was some mention about, storage capacity compliant to E20, etc., ethanol. So making sure everything is in place. Similarly, the way ahead will be decided based upon similar rigorous activity that is necessary. In addition, very recently, the government has launched E85 dispensing stations. This is ethanol with 85%. This is basically designed for flex fuel vehicles. Now, flex fuel vehicles are designed to take any mix of ethanol. This E85 is not meant for regular vehicles. So it is a step in the direction, clear direction of the government to move towards a future which has flex fuel vehicles. This is what the entire stakeholders, whether it is the OEMs or the other people in the stakeholders, including the government, feels that is the right way to go. Because with flex fuel vehicles, you can have any mix of ethanol. The vehicle is so designed, materially and otherwise, to take any mix of ethanol that you can give. So it gives immense freedom in terms of location, whether you get E20 or E100 or E85. And you also get taken care of the ethanol availability because of seasonality, etc. So with E85 now dispensing stations coming up, with incentivized, lower pricing of E85 that has been put in place, the direction seems to be clearly that going forward, excess ethanol that is currently available in the market would be consumed through flex fuel vehicles. And whether the base monofuel needs to be increased or not, I think that will be done only after following the same protocol which was followed earlier. And incidentally, if you look at the global perspective, Brazil is a case in example. They've had E22 and E100 with flex fuel. They then had E27 and flex fuel. Now they've migrated to E35, I think, or E33 with flex fuel vehicles. And this is happening over a phased program and looking at the ecosystem and the readiness. Then issue of mileage and all has already been addressed. There was also a question relating to isobutanol. I don't think there is right now anything happening. It's again same story of testing and being confident. Please note that whether in the past or now in the future, it is consciously what is being done is to make sure that there is confidence in terms of the entire ecosystem and rigorous testing is done so that the entire ecosystem is confident that you can roll out without a hitch. As far as complaints, etc. is concerned, we have received no such complaints so far. Of course, only some cases of, fuel being adulterated, which was earlier there also, which will be now also, remains, and this needs to be addressed. It happens in an isolated manner. It's nothing particular to E20. There was also a point about has industry researched E20. Well, you see, it's not just testing and homologation and certification that is done by the testing agencies. Before that, each one of the OEMs, whether two-wheeler or four-wheelers, at the design stage, at the stage of searching for materials, etc., makes sure and tests during the development cycle that the vehicle is able to meet all the requirements. So that's